So there's some of the easy choices. You know, we can stop there and start looking for both the plus and minus values. I believe that 3 is going to work. So at 3 I would have 6 times 3 cubed minus 19 times 3 squared plus 3 plus 6, which is 0. So it does work. X minus 3 will be the possible factor. Okay? Any questions so far on the difference between when we have a leading coefficient and when we don't? Okay, so let's try factoring some then instead of just looking for pieces of it. Oops, too far. Okay, so given that 2x plus 3 is a factor of it, let's do the whole thing completely. Now, this is trying to save you work. That's why usually, like I'm showing you these kind of questions because, you know, in a situation like a test, obviously you're not going to get like 100 questions that deal with this topic, because then it would take you like the rest of your natural born life to come up with the answer for all 100 questions. But if I give you a clue, you can show me that you know how to factor, and I'm saving you the time. In this example, you would have had to have looked until you found that answer. Okay, so basically all I'm doing by telling you this is I'm stopping it. You don't have to search, but you can still show me that you understand the rest of it. So we can do the synthetic division on this. And if you remember the shortcut that I had found there the other day, it was to go like this. So it you add this extra piece to your synthetic division. Okay, and it's this here, this 2. So there's going to be a divide by 2 when I work with that one. So let's just see here. What I'm going to add into it then is this piece here is going to be negative 3. And the coefficients are 2, 3, negative 8, and negative 12. So now I have the extra row. 2 divided by 2, 1 is actually going to be the final coefficient. And then I continue from here. So negative 3 times 1 is negative 3. Add them together is 0. 0 divided by 2 is still 0. Okay. 0 times negative 3 is going to be 0. Add them up. I get negative 8. Negative 8 divided by 2 is negative 4. Negative 3 times negative 4 is positive 12. Add them up, we get 0, which is what we expected, so it's good. Okay, so in this method, I found that it's x squared minus 4 is the quotient. So the other two factors will be x plus 2 and x minus 2. So I have an answer then of 2x plus 3, x plus 2, and x minus 2. Excuse me. So, your turn now. If I've given you the information that x equals 1/3 is a root, again, all I've done is I've stopped that annoying part of the search for you. See if you can find out the entire polynomial factored. Okay, so if you know that 1/3 was one of the roots, that means you can construct one of the factors already. One of the factors is going to be x minus 1/3. And that's not usually the way we show the roots. It's more likely that we had this as 3x minus 1. Okay, so that's one of the roots that we're going to be working with. Let's find the others. Again, synthetic division with fractions. I'm going to have this extra bar here. So I've got 6, negative 5, negative 17, and 6. And the number here is 1. There's a divide by 3 row that I have to work with though. So I bring down the 6, and divided by 3 is 2. 2 times 1, negative 3, divided by 2 is negative 1. Multiply those, negative 1, so this will be negative 18. Divided by 3 is negative 6. Add them up. Good, my remainder is 0. So I end up with 2x squared minus x minus 6. And there's any number of methods you could use here. The one I showed you guys was to go like this. So this will be x minus 4, x plus 3. Divide the 2 again, and I end up with x minus 2 and 2x plus 3. So all three factors are 1, 2, and 3 pieces that make up the factors for that polynomial. Okay, so the last thing we're going to do is, from no hints, we're going to go right from scratch and try to factor the polynomials. I know the moment you've all been waiting for, huh? Okay, so this is just a review. The only difference is, this search is a little larger, and we'd like to try the easy ones first. But everything else is the same, just that our search is slightly different. So let's try this one. This is not too bad. There's not too many rows in there, but see how you do for the first. Okay, so far I'm not having much luck, but I have a feeling my luck is about to change. Four is feeling lucky to me.
-3.
No.
What's that?
-3.
-3, yeah, -3 also works if you pick the root here and you try the plus and minus. So the way I'm going to do it, we're all going to end up at the same answer, but now that I've got a 4 here, that means one of my terms was x minus 4. So in synthetic division, I don't need to do the extra bar because it's just an x, there's no term in front. So there'll be a 2, -1, -25, -12, and that comes down. Okay, so to start off, 4 times 2 is 8, add them together, 7, 14, add them together is -11, multiply, oops, sorry, made a mistake here. Okay, that should be 28, rather. So this will be 3. So how did I catch my mistake? Other than I hadn't made one yet and I was waiting for it?
It's weird.
Yeah, the remainder wouldn't have worked out in my last example. The remainder works out now as a 0, so I know I'm on the right track. It tells me there's going to be a 2x squared plus 7x plus 3 that's left. So here's one factor. This here can give me the other 2. Oh, something's strange there.
That'll be great.
Okay, so let's factor that last one. Where is my, there we go. So to factor the last polynomial, oh, too far. Technical difficulties, there we go. Okay, so I would have, my method, I would go like this. Oh, it's doing it again, look at that. Okay, let's see if we can make it before it freezes again. So it's me erasing the computer. That's going to be x plus 1, x plus 6, divided by 2, divided by 2. So my other factors are going to be 2x plus 1 and x plus 3. So there are all 3 factors of this polynomial here. Okay, so